I don't know what I was talking about. I keep deleting footage and then I feel pressured to make a video and then I'm just like, you know what? Honestly, I'll eat this mic right here and right now and I don't give a fuck. Um, how are you guys doing today? I am aggravated. I've been aggravated all day. I ate some food. We went to the mall. I got some food. Fries with cheese and bacon. Fries with cheese and bacon. Fries with cheese and bacon. It's the best thing ever. And I would be lying if I said it wasn't. I love me some fries with cheese and bacon. The only issue is that potatoes make me sleepy. Potatoes knock me out more than the extra strength melatonin that I take at night. Just to fucking stop my anxiety from spiraling. But then as I take melatonin, my anxiety rises up for some last battle of the fucking wits in my brain. And it's like, check the coffee maker, check the oven, you're gonna fucking die. Ah! And I'm like, but then the melatonin is like actively fighting. Like these, every time I take it, I start seeing like these like squiggly, like squid black ink arms like slowly pull me down into the darkness of sleep. And one could argue, girl, that's not okay. I don't fucking care. If you have OCD, you understand. And here's the thing, Lunesta makes me sleepwalk, and I'm scared I'm gonna sleep do some other things. I don't know. I don't know. And the issue is that I have such a vivid imagination that who knows? Who knows what I'll be doing? Fuck that. That's scary. And like one of my like horrible OCD things is like somebody breaks in and like destroys everything and I'm the only person alive and I'm just like ah! Like horrible. Like it's a horrible like the end of that one movie is it like the mist or the fog or something and he like kills everybody and he's in the car and then he's the last one and then they save him and he's like ah! Like yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of fear. I have a lot of fear inside of me because I've lived a pretty big life and I've seen a lot of shit and I don't trust myself to eat lunesta if it makes you sleepwalk. That's just scary. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that sounded really dark. Here's the thing. I have OCD and I have scary, scary thoughts, big scary thoughts. And I want to pretend like I'm normal, so I'm just gonna act like I didn't say any of that shit. I don't have weird thoughts at all. I don't have racing heart palpitations or weird thoughts or I'm just a normal girl. I'm just a normal girl. I'm just a normal girl. I'm not. I'm not. What kind of fucking bug is it? The bug of summer. Bro, shut the fuck up. No, I'm kidding. Oh, he did. No, come back. I was just kidding. He did. Okay, well, whatever. What else? What else? What else? What else? Mm, oh, he's back. I'm out of space. Um, ugh. Big scrunchie. Gigantic, ginormous scrunchie. That's all a girl wants is a ginormous scrunchie. And somebody that would burn the whole world down for her. So that's what God, I'm so aggravated. I'm probably gonna delete all this because I'm getting mad again. I keep deleting footage because I'm just really mad today. I've had a fucking angry feeling all day and it hasn't like I went to sleep again. I took a nap. I think it's the melatonin I ate last night. It was too much. It was too strong. And I am angry about it. I don't know. I'm just angry because I woke up unsure if I was alive or dead. So, you know, and okay, oh, but people can't smoke a little people can't smoke a little Mary Jane, but y'all are selling expired Walmart melatonin and I'm having romantic dates with that man? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That's great. Cool. Whatever. So, yeah, hi. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm sorry if you're here. That means something. What it means, I think it's up to you, buddy. Look, know thyself. It's none of my fucking business. You know, like we're both at the crossroads. My path is not the same as yours. You gotta make your own path. You know all that shit. Um, You know, crash out if you need to, but don't crash out if you don't need to. Like, don't go to jail, don't get locked up. You know what I'm saying? But like, fuck them, fuck them all. You know what I mean? Um, do with that as ye will. You know what I'm saying? And for all you like Aleister Crowley bays is the whole of the law or whatever. Just kidding. Oh my god. I'm really aggravated. I think I'm triggered, and I think that's what's going on with me today. I'm just super triggered. I'm reading this book. I'm not gonna say which one, but I'm reading this book, and it slowly became like it had something to do with serial killers. So I'm like, okay, great. So then it was like, I'm just gonna throw that under the table real quick. Okay, great. So, anyways, but then it started slowly becoming like mob adjacent shit, and I was like, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that because there's reasons, and I just don't like fucking with like books about the mob or mafia shit. I just don't like that at all. I'm not into it. I'm not one of those girls. I'm not into it at all. So now the end of this book is becoming more and more increasingly aggravating, and I can't finish it. And so I'm looking at the book and I'm aggravated, and I'm like, I have to, like, there's something in me, some kind of pride issue that once I get certain place, like I have a couple of other books that I have to finish reading, not because I want to, but because it's like it's a thing of pride with me. I have to like devour them. I have to unhinge my jaw and swallow the books whole, and then once they're inside of me, let the information like writhe around in pain and then pull me down to new depths and help me expand. And I don't know, that's just who I am. Now, is it who you are? I don't know who you are. I just told you I don't fucking know anything. Okay, but what I do know is I don't really like books about the mob. I just don't. I'm not into it. Now, do I love Big Ange? Yes. Yes, I do. She's so iconic. Um, here's the thing though. I have like I'm not. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so last night I ate so much melatonin that like there was like squiggly lines pulling me into the depths of fucking Hades. That's how much melatonin I ate because my OCD was like up and down and writhing, and then the melatonin was like nah, like pulled me into an inky darkness, which shouldn't be legal. By the way, it should not be legal. I woke up in such a state of anger and frustration about being alive or not that it's not, I don't think it's healthy. But what I do think is that I have a hair appointment in a couple weeks with my friend, and we'll get to that in a minute. But last night I had a dream, and I was starting to remember, like, I had a dream about this movie called Corky Romano with like one of my favorite actors. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. And I love that movie, but like I started realizing this book was giving like Corky Romano vibes. And I didn't realize it, but my subconscious was like, let me fill you in, bitch. And so I was like, oh my God, this is. And so, yeah. And oh my God, I cannot. I can't. I have to finish this fuck ass book. Do I want to read the second book in the series? No, because I just told you I don't do mob books. I don't do them well. I don't like them a lot at all. Um, and so I just don't. I just don't. Look, I just don't. And I have there's reasons. There's reasons for the season. There are many, cause and effect. There's things. There are things in general, okay? I have a fuck ass issue. I have an issue. Dude, I have so many issues, but this is one in particular on this one that is just so fucking annoying. I end up I don't know how to put this. Mm. I don't know. Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack into some other territory. The women in my family have a history of being at the strangest places at the strangest times. My mom in the 80s was like a chaperone to the president of Mexico when he came to visit San Antonio. And like, it's just the stories I heard from my mom, which she wouldn't tell me too much of things in general, but like the women in my family end up being in the strangest, most peculiar predicaments. Yeah, and then that also trailed down to me too. Like we end up accidentally getting next to people in positions of power. Like it's like a vacuum or something. It's like sucking us into these people, like their aura or something. And we're stupid. We are stupid. And yes, mom, hi. I know you're dead, but like, hi. I'm talking about you too. We're fucking dumb sometimes, and we don't see it. Sorry, I thought I smelled burning. Mini stroke. I pray to God I wasn't. It was like I had candles lit downstairs, and my OCD was like, "Run!" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." Anyways, so yeah, there's that bug again. Anyways, the women in my family accidentally get into these odd positions, where we are in a state of fuckery on accident. So, like with me personally, I got really close to this one lady who ended up being somebody's sister, somebody in a very prominent position of power, sister. And then I was reading this one book, a different book. It wasn't about the mob or anything. It has nothing to do with the mob, so shut the fuck up. But I was reading this one book about prominent families, how they come to power, and like their like how they wed each other and how like secret societies and shit like that, right? I was reading this one book and I started clicking pieces together of certain events in my life. Let's just be vague for vague sake, for the sake of vagosity. And then I started like, God damn it, I can't say. I just want to say it, and I can't. Oh, and I hate censoring myself. I'm about to punch myself. I'm about to punch myself. Okay, so I was reading a book about like secret societies and like families that have a lot of money and power and like shit about colleges and universities, right? And then I started being like, oh my God, that reminds me of the lady I know and her family members and her family and the people they know and stuff. And so I started getting like, you know, and I was just like, why do I always do this? It's not just me, it's my mom too, and my grandmother and my great grandmother. We always end up like really, really close, in close proximity with people who have a psychotic amount of power. Anyway, so I was reading this book about like secret societies, rich people, wealthy people, right? And then I was like, like it was triggering me, not because it was like I was triggered, but because I was like, I just got out of like a very bad situation with this shit. And like I got out with my skin still attached to me, right? Yay! Yay! I got out, with my skin still attached to my body. And so I was like, okay, cool, great, whatever. Um, but whenever I was in a place of vulnerability, I heard a lot of things. And then unpacking them later on and realizing them through the medium of reading books about things, it was like pieces of a puzzle were clicking together. And I got really sick to my stomach. And I had to stop reading this one book because I was like, too close to home. Too close to home. Okay, that was really too close to home. Okay, well, all right. And like other people were like, oh, it's a great book. I love it. It's fiction, la la. And I was like, yeah, it's fiction. That's great. Okay, too close to home. Let's find something else to dive into. Um, please. And so I was just like, oh my God, great. Great googly moogly, right? And then sorry, there's glitter in my eye and I'm seeing it and it's like pissing me off. So then I am scrolling on Instagram as you do after you finish a book, looking for more books because Instagram's reading your fucking mind, all your thoughts, it's logging away and like, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. The algorithm's algorithming, right? Against my will. But like, is it? No, it's not against my will because I'm actively participating. So what the fuck? Anyways, so then I see a reel about the book I was reading. I see a reel about the book I was reading and I was like, why do people like this book? Blah, blah, blah. It just reminds me of that one guy and his family. And like, I'm grateful I got away from them and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, I'm like, God, I am so grateful that I didn't ask more questions because I didn't need any more information. And I'm so stupid. I have like these big doe eyes, and then I end up like close to people that I shouldn't be around. And it's not like I'm looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? And then like it was a reel about the book I was reading that was like triggering, reminding me of that whole situation, right? That person, their family, their ties to blah 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 blah, blah, right? And so I just like kind of turned the other way because I was like, I don't want to pay attention to that. And the very next reel, the very Instagram's so fucking shady. Instagram's so shady and so mean because like if you know that book triggered me thinking about the secret societies and like wealthy families and all this shit, and then the next fucking meme, not meme, the next reel, it was like the reel about the book, and then me being like, oh fuck, thinking too hard about it, and the next exact reel was this person's face. It was a jump scare. And so I took my phone and I threw it and I was like, ah! Like I was like, too close down, too close down, too close down, too close down, too close, 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 too close. Okay. I was like, that's so fucked up. And like, yeah. And like, yeah. And here's the thing. Like I said, I don't know. My mom's dead, so everything's fine with that. But like, she accidentally got herself into a bit of a pickle a lot of the times throughout her life. It was like always like, and why? Probably love, acceptance, seeking family, unity, a community, something like that. But the women in my family have this audacity, this horrible knack for accidentally getting within the snares of people who have a lot of money and power and and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, my mom, she like chaperones the president of Mexico around in the 80s when he came to San Antonio and showed him everything, and what that entails, I don't know, because she didn't tell me all the nitty gritty. She didn't tell me all the other things that may or may have not happened, may or may have not allegedly happened, right? She's dead, so I'm not going to confirm or deny. These are just allegations, right? But shit like that. Shit like that. Oh my God. Or like, there's like a lot of things. It's just a lot of things. Like there's a lot of close calls with the women in my family. And yeah, and so yeah, reading that book triggered me. I don't know, this year it's vague. I probably am gonna read this, listen to this back and be like, nobody knows what you're talking about. Well, good. Because I didn't say anything. I know nothing. I didn't say anything. I'm an idiot. I'm foolish and stupid, and nobody should listen to me in the first place because I could be lying. But that being said, was I triggered? Oh yeah. Was I angry at Instagram for being a shady cunt? Yes. What the fuck was that? Like, oh my god. I was, and I told my husband because he knew. So it's like I have certain people I confide in that know the whole story. So I could say actual names and associations and I don't feel bad, but it's not like I go around blasting on social media because I don't give a flying fuck. It's none of my business, honestly. And so mushroom cloud, I don't give a fuck. Um but accidentally being in the snares of people and then having to get out, it's a multi-step process. It's a multi-step process. It is a multi-step process. Oh god, it's horrible. The same way like whenever my lawyers were stalking me and other lawyers were stalking me. Whenever you have lawyers stalking you, recording everything you do, it's very embarrassing because like what do you mean you're recording me, honey? I'm just having a mental breakdown, wondering if I like back during the whole shutdown. You know what I mean? Like I had lawyers like following around, stalking me and shit like that, or whatever. Because I was in a lawsuit, right? And so I was like, "What do you mean you're recording me? Like all I want to do is like, so what do you mean you're recording? Oh wow! Like, oh, and you're not gonna stop it? Like I was like in the middle of a mental health crisis. I think the whole planet was, but more specifically, I was. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, they were just recording me, like, having mental fucking breakdowns. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, you fucking bastards. Yeah, it was very, very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. And that's whenever I learned the glory of just I don't being around people with too much power really upsets me. It makes my skin vibrate because it makes me very nervous, like a chihuahua, and I start shaking. And that shit happens to me a lot. And it's weird to see people romanticize that or fantasize or fetishize that. I find it disturbing and disgusting, and that's fine. And it's fine. But I just think of it like this way: everybody who's in a position of power is probably a pedophile. That's how I look at it. And literally, I mean everybody. Everybody, your favorite actresses, actors, authors, I don't know, everybody to an extent is probably a pedophile. And so that's just how I safely like get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yeah, they're probably all freaks. And I'm not. So I need to like fucking stay away from them to keep my skin. And so that's it. I just, yeah. And it's very dangerous because it always ends up being, God, it's just, oh God. I don't know if you guys have ever been groomed by people with power and money, but it's scary because they'll just like show up to your kid's birthday party and like dump a very expensive scooter. And of course, everybody's like, it's like love bombing. And everyone's like, oh my God, I surely at that time did not have the money to buy something that lavish or expensive, like a $400 brand new expensive scooter for my child. And you guys, who are not even family, are showing up at my child's birthday, dropping and grooming them and like love bombing them. And it's like, once you get it, once you see it, takes multi steps to back out. Takes sometimes it takes sabotage. I had to shave my head. I had to make them hate me. I had to become so distasteful and ungovernable. I had to do like I had to sacrifice myself to get myself out, and that was very difficult. And that was very, very hard to do, but I did it because I'm not a pussy. mm. Sometimes you got to do that. Is any of this making sense? Probably not. I think I'm just trauma bonding with you guys. And so, yeah, it's very aggravating. I have accidentally been around like a lot of it's just very difficult. I am such a dumb bitch. I accidentally get around people who are either very bad or doing very bad things and I don't know. And it's just so like I said, it's like the dumbest thing. It's like somehow their aura is just attracting me. Like a fly or a fly to shit. Yes, I am the fly. They are the shit, and I'm just like, what is this? Is this a decomposition? Is this a pile of something? Oh my god, that's a horrible, horrible metaphor, bitch. Do not talk. Anyways, yeah, that happens a lot, and it scares me. One time, I was accidentally sitting next to somebody who confessed that they were with some very bad people, and they did not know I was Mexican. And when they were talking about it, I was like already planning how to fucking get the fuck out of this place while still smiling and just like there's like different defense mechanisms, right? Oh, 20 minutes of me just talking about like horror stories because I'm triggered. Yeah, fuck it, whatever. Hi, welcome to spooky season. You guys ready to fucking trauma bond? But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm already like when people slip up and show me like they reveal an ounce of their mask, I'm just like, and I'm already calculating how to fucking get out of this shit. And it's happened so much that it's just like really sad. It's happened to me so much. It's so sad that I'm like, oh, okay, great, awesome. Like that one time I went to the news station for like, I was on the news for astrology, and the person that was chaperoning me, like taking me to and fro, had like a gun on them, and they brought it into the station. Nobody checked their bag. And I was just like, fuck. It's like, why? Like, yeah, I don't know. And so it's very difficult when your life starts going well and you're so used to being in these high stress situations, your body does start collapsing. Like my body, like I've gained weight. Like now that I'm in a safe situation, I've gained weight. It's hard for me to keep weight off. I am like going through a lot of different things, and I'm also triggered because I'm like, watching the people that surround my husband and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh god, how, like, it's so stupid to say this, but I'm like, well, how much money do they have? Are they rich? Like, let's not fucking talk to them if they are. Like, that, and that sounds crazy, but like, yeah, I don't fuck with rich people. I don't fuck with people with money in their savings account. I would rather fuck with like like, I don't be doing that. Yeah, it's scary. But also the issue is that like I'm highly sensitive and possibly like psychic, right? So then there was this one time, this girl who worked for SAPD, she was a CSI girl, crime scene cleanup lady. She told me that I should go work for them because I told her some stuff and it turned out to be true and whatever. And she was like, like, you can just be like a side bitch for the police department. I was like, girl, I ain't going. You should just try to fuck me up, girl. No, like, no, but you can go do that stuff. Oh no, like, I always end up opening my fucking mouth around the wrong people and getting it snared. And so, yeah, I don't be fucking with mob books or anything like that because it's just triggering to like shit I've accidentally, like, I'd never the mob or anything like that, but no, it's just other things. And I'm just trying not to it's just, I know who I am to an extent. And I know the types of women that come from my blood. And the amount of sabotage that I have to go through in order to get out of these situations is like very horrible and it sucks a lot and it's very scary and it's too much stress. And so after being out of the situation, it's like I don't know, like whenever someone tells you you can't alter your appearance for reasons, right? No, it's just being manipulated and being used, and then like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's crazy being preyed upon by people who have money. It's very scary. Because, and I'm talking about like, there's a multiple different families that I accidentally fucking got too close to. And then like they start trusting you and they start telling you too much stuff. Get the fuck out before they start trusting you. Get the fuck out. Be untrustworthy. Be a slimy little bitch. Lie. I don't give a fuck. Like, just get the fuck out. And then when I went to therapy finally for all this and I was talking to a therapist about it, the therapist then started stalking me. And I was like, if I don't get a fucking break, if I don't get a fucking break. Yeah, it was horrible. But you know what's funny? My first therapy session took place outside of a circus. We went to a circus and like I had a therapy, like it was on like Zoom or whatever calling. And this therapist was like, I don't know, in Manhattan or something like that. But yeah, then they started like, I think they were like, they got my personal number. Like we were supposed to like have therapy off the app. They got like my personal number and they're like, hey, what's up? And I was like, but it's crazy because at first they were extremely helpful. And then they were like, what you're dealing with is like survivor guilt and stuff like that. And like, yeah. And like, yeah. And like, yeah. And I'm so fucking stupid. I will willingly walk into hell, sit down in a seat and look around and go, wait a minute. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. And then the door's shut and everything's locked and I'm like, ding, 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 ding. Gotta bullshit my way out of this one. Like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense why I have such an affinity for tricksters because there's so many times I've had to do this waltz with death. They just have to get the fuck out of Dodge. And it's very annoying and it's very aggravating and I hate it because you lose a piece of yourself. Whenever you get into a traumatic situation, you start losing pieces of yourself. Then you got to go back and you got to start gathering them, and that takes time. It takes money, it takes resources, it takes therapy, perhaps sound healing, and perhaps this and that. And at the end of it, you're like somebody that nobody needs to fuck with. You might have like an awkward recluse, like OCD, and you're scared to leave your coffee pot on for too long. Yeah. Suspicious, paranoid, and curious. Yes, queen. No, anyways. But yeah, that was horrible. Whenever Instagram jump scared me with the how do you say, the video of the book that I was reading, that I was like, oh my god, this reminds me of blah blah blah. That's kind of freaky deaky. And then it like the next thing was like a jump scare of their actual face, the person I was thinking of's actual fucking face, and their like campaign for Shabalaba Ding Dong. And I was just like, oh my God, you can't do this, Instagram. You can't do this. If you know my thoughts and you know what I'm thinking and you know what I've been through, if like you know this, then you're a hoe ass bitch for being so fucking mean to me. What the fuck? I just want to dive into a world of fiction and obscurity, and I don't want to think about the things that have happened to me. I don't want to think about the things I've been through. And is that me being a pussy ass bitch? Yes. I know when to clock myself. I am being a pussy. But here's the thing. I don't fucking care. What are you gonna do? Judge me? I judge myself way worse. But yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it really sucks. It's very, very annoying and it sucks. But yeah, I don't know. Then I got a really good trauma specialist who was really cool and had like appropriate boundaries. And she taught me boundaries. And what? What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? She taught me boundaries and shit. And I was like, I actually don't want to stop seeing you. Like, but then I realized, oh, wait, no, this is a test. Like, I need to stop seeing her because now I'm like clinging to her and becoming anxiously attached to somebody who is, I feel safe with finally, that I've told all of these things to, that sees me for how I am and stuff like that, and also has enough boundaries within themselves to just cut ties, let go, and never contact me or stalk me. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow, what the is that crazy? Like that's fucking crazy that somebody treated me right. And I was just like, I love this person. I was like, boundaries? Like they're not like inappropriately trying to contact me outside of like professional settings and stuff. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? That's how fucked up life is. That's how fucked up. That's so fucked up to be like appropriate boundaries. Wowzer dowser. What the flying fuck? But yeah, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was mean. Okay, so what did we learn today? Um, don't trust people who have money. Period. I don't give a fuck who they are. Your favorite actors, business owners around your community. If they have too much money, I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust preachers. I don't trust pastors. Why? Because they have that kind of dirty money. They have that nasty money, that God money that's non-taxable and not traceable. They can like launder it around and shit like that. Those guys suck, and they're all like closeted, and they piss me off because you guys are liars. Like it's snake oil. It's like piss and shit in a jar, and they're selling it to you, telling you it's the blood of God, and I'm like, I know something funny that I think the cops also find funny. No kidding. There's those memes that is like whenever he's laughing at you and he thinks something's funny, but you know something that the cops will think is even funnier. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, that's funny. No, yeah, it's yeah. Anyways, I went to a metaphysical shop today, and I got this new ring. It's a it's stag antlers with a piece of amber in the middle. It's probably not real amber, but I do have real amber. So what I could do is I could pop that little tear out, get my husband's tools and chip off a tiny piece of amber and then put an actual piece of amber in there because I do have like a pretty big chunk of amber and it's actual amber. I like broke off a piece and burned it. It's real amber. It smells so good, but you're not supposed to burn it. But I did. I don't give a fuck. It smelled like the most glorious trees, and I'm such a hoe for trees. I love trees so much. But I do have this reoccurring nightmare. Hi. Did you really think I was gonna let you go without telling you something horrific? Okay. I have this reoccurring nightmare that I'm like this little girl and I have the black curly hair and I'm in like this nice dress and I'm like in a helicopter or something and a grown man pushes me out and I am falling into like the trees that look like they're in Oregon or Washington, like this conifers or whatever they call them, and I get impaled through the heart and I'm like stuck, like I'm flying out of a helicopter and I'm like impaled through the heart, looking up, going, and like I could see the tree through my chest because I landed on the top of it. I have very vivid dreams. And is that trauma? I don't know. The fucking doctors refuse to study a woman's body. Do you think they know? Who gives a flying fuck, anyways? Anyways, oh yeah, I had like that reoccurring dream. For a while, and then it became a reoccurring looping thought in meditation. Like I would meditate and try to like clear my mind and all this stuff, and it helped to an extent, but it's still like it would replay. It was like me being impaled, pushed out of like a helicopter or something high above trees, right? So I'm thinking helicopter or something. I'm being pushed out, but I'm young and little, and I have like these long black curly hair, and I'm just like like it's just over and over again, just being impaled on a tree. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. I don't know. So who fucking cares? Why am I telling you this? Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna go. But yeah, me. Speaking of Amber, I have a fucking nightmare where I keep getting impaled on trees. It's so much fun. Yay. Ah. Anyways, there was also another time that this guy who is a mason tried to sell me a human skull. Um, and I wish I would have took it. Looking back, that's one of the things that I was like, man, I should have took it. I should have took that head. Because it's not, I don't think it's illegal for people to have body parts. Like, you can go online and like buy. Why am I telling you? Could buy a lot of things on the internet. You can buy teeth on eBay. Um, yeah, you could buy teeth and stuff. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like starting off spooky season being blonde and being like, people who have money are very scary. I, my mom, you ever have a dream where you like have a dream where you're like, you dream and you dream? You ever have like a dream that you dream? Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because I actually have to go to the store. The sun is setting. I have to go to the store. I have to buy some lettuce for my tortoise and my rabbit. Yes, I do have a tortoise and a hare. Yes, I do. I have Sabbath. He's the rabbit, and my husband has a tortoise, but we haven't named it yet, and we can't figure out what to name him. What was his name? Oh, we were gonna name him El Chompo because he chomps on like lettuce, but I don't know. But I don't know. Yeah. And then I had a dream about Corky Romano last night because I'm reading this book and it's slowly turning into like a mob thing, and I just don't like it. I'm like not into it because it's like all of these organized anything, organization, um, organized crime, um, organized pots and pans, anything organized freaks me the fuck out. Okay, I'm very messy. I am very cluttered. I am very random and chaotic. Anything organized pisses me off because I'm like, you're trying to do something. Not around me, bitch. Not around me. Me starts chomping on electrical cords everywhere. I'm about to show you guys how to have a really fun time. Chewing on electrical cords just to feel something. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I'm gonna go, and then I guess I'll see you guys later. Maybe, hopefully. Mm. Yeah, I do have a hair appointment. Yes. I do have a hair appointment, and it's gonna be like my hair's gonna be like hopefully this brown ish color. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a picture of myself when I was a kid right there. Fun fact, I found an old picture of myself from like when I was 13, wearing this dress for Halloween, and I took pictures for like some fuck ass thing at Walgreens. They were having like a, how do you say, they say, how do you say, the contest, the costume contest. And I just wanted, because I went there because they were giving out free pictures. Like if you took a picture, they give you a free picture. And I was wearing this like black and white dress with stripes, like corsetting across the front, and then underneath it was the tulle or whatever they call it, the like mesh tutu stuff. I wore that same dress to my wedding, and I didn't realize it until a couple of days ago. I realized that I wore that same exact dress. That was my wedding dress. I had it all those years, and I wore it to my wedding. And I thought like that was so funny because I think that was the year I actually first met my husband, and so it was full circle. Um, I met him at a skate park in the local area, and I was like, I love that man. He was a year younger than me, but I was like, I love that man. He's the one. And then all those years later, yeah. And then all these years later, yeah, we're still married. And I think it's funny because he was like, "Oh, I've always liked you, whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I always liked you." But the thing with women is that we stalk our prey. So I was like, just waiting. Waiting in the shadows for him. No, but yeah, it was really funny because I realized, like, oh my god, that's my wedding dress. And I was like, what the fuck happened to it? Probably got lost in all the moves I've done in my early 20s and shit like that. But whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a great night. Watch out for people who have money. They are so, and if you're into that, good. Go have fun. Go. Like, some people like embrace that shit and they're just like, I will let you do whatever you want, blah blah blah, because I don't fucking care. Well, I do care. I do care. And I am yeah, I do care. So yeah, no. Mm-mm. I'm not into it. That's why I didn't go to college. I'm not into it. I'm not into that. Other than the fact that I was poor. I sabotaged every chance I got to have a scholarship. I purposefully stayed behind with my friends who were not going to do anything with their lives. I purposefully like stayed the fuck out of certain things. I kept my nose down and I stayed the fuck out of certain things. Um, I even like crushed my own dreams on purpose. So I will sabotage myself to keep myself safe, even if I have to shave my head, which I've done before. And I thought it looked great. So fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, y'all stay safe. And if you're into that, cool. I knew some people who were into that. This one guy, he was like this rich little bastard, and his parents owned like a whole lot of land in Costa Rica, and he was like super wealthy. And his daddy helped him drop charges and stuff like that. Like I know a lot of people like that, where like their daddies helped them drop charges, or their daddies paid for them to go to Scotland, or their daddies da 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 da. That's cool. Mine's I don't have a dad. Everyone's dead in my family, so I can't relate. I don't give a fuck about you. Stop talking to me. I don't fucking care about your money. I don't care about you going to Costa Rica. I don't give a fuck about how many homes your parents own. Um, at the end of the day, I was in enemy territory. At the end of the day, I think the biggest lesson that I learned was that I was in fucking enemy territory. And the quicker you could get out of enemy territory, babe, just get the fuck out of there. Okay, the quicker you could get your bitch ass out of there and go be amongst your people, whatever the fuck that looks like. Do it. Rip up your college degree, shred that shit. Who gives a flying fuck? Like, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. Anyways, I don't know, guys. Just free yourselves from these shackles and chains of like societal normal bullshit. It's horrible. It's so scary. I don't like it. God. Anyways, okay, I will talk to you later. Good luck. Have fun. Better luck next time. Okay, goodbye.